Have you ever stopped to wonder what I really own? We spend our lives collecting money, possessions, houses, cars, relationships, even our own ideas about who we are. But when you look deeper, a truth begins to emerge. You never truly own anything, not even your body. In this journey together, we will explore the illusion of ownership, why we cling so tightly to things, what that reveals about our inner fears, and how realizing the truth can free us to live with greater peace and clarity. Let's begin with the most obvious question. Do you really own your body? You were born into it without your choosing. Its height, shape, color, and abilities were all given to you. You didn't decide the blueprint. And as life unfolds, you begin to realize that your body has its own agenda. You cannot command your heartbeat to stop. You cannot tell your hair to stop turning gray. You cannot order your cells not to age. Your body is like a rented home. You live in it for a while. You take care of it. But one day, you must leave. So, if you cannot fully control it, and if you cannot keep it forever, can you really claim that you own it? Or are you merely its custodian for a brief moment in time? Now, let's look at the world outside. We spend much of our lives chasing possessions. Houses, jewelry, technology, land. We call them mine. We build fences and put locks on doors, convincing ourselves that this is ownership. But think about it. Long before you were born, that land existed. Long after you are gone, that land will still exist. You are merely passing through. Even the objects you cherish most, your favorite clothes, your books, your car, will one day break, decay, or pass into someone else's hands. If you say, "This is mine," how long is that true? A few decades at most? And when death arrives, you cannot carry even a grain of sand with you. Ownership is only an agreement, created by society, respected by people, and dissolved by time. In reality, you are borrowing what already belongs to the universe. Let's step into a more delicate realm. Relationships. We often say, my wife, my husband, my child, my friend. But can you truly own another soul? Every person around you has their own journey, their own destiny, their own lessons to learn. They may walk beside you for a while, but they do not belong to you. Even a child born from your body does not belong to you. You are their guide, their protector, their support, but they come into the world with their own path, not as property to be shaped into your desires. When we cling to people as possessions, we create pain. We fear losing them. We try to control them. But the truth is, they were never ours to begin with. What about your mind? Surely you own your thoughts, your ideas, your identity? But pause for a moment. Where your thoughts come from? They arise from your conditioning, your environment, your education, your memories. You did not choose. Every influence that shaped you, even your identity, the sense of, I am this, or I am that, is not fixed. It changes as you grow. The child you once were, the teenager you became, the adult you now are, all feel different. So, who are you really? And if you cannot even own your mind fully, since thoughts come and go like passing clouds, how can you claim ownership over anything else? Now, at this point, you may feel a little uneasy. If nothing is truly mine, not even my body, then what is the point? But here is the beauty. Realizing the illusion of ownership is not depressing. It is liberating. When you stop clinging, you start living. You appreciate your body as a gift instead of demanding it to be perfect. You enjoy your possessions while they last instead of fearing their loss. You love people freely without trying to control them. Letting go of ownership does not mean neglect. It means care without attachment. You still nurture your body. You still value relationships. You still work with passion, but you do so knowing you are a caretaker, not an owner. This shift brings peace because the fear of loss no longer rules you. Spiritual wisdom tells us you came into this world empty-handed, and you will leave empty-handed. Between those two moments, life gives you gifts: your body, your family, your experiences, but they are all temporary, entrusted to you for a time. You are like a traveler, resting in an inn. The room you stay in feels like yours, but at sunrise, you must leave. The furniture, the walls, the bed, all remain. Only you move on. So, why waste your life claiming ownership of what was never truly yours? Instead, see yourself as a steward, a caretaker. Use wisely what has been entrusted to you. Share generously. Live fully. And when the time comes to let go, release with grace. The illusion of ownership is one of the deepest veils, covering our understanding. It makes us cling to possessions, people, and even our own body, believing they are mine. But when the veil lifts, you realize you never owned anything. You were only a custodian, passing through this grand play of life. And in that realization comes freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from greed. Freedom from sorrow. So, as you move forward, carry this thought with you. You are not an owner. You are a caretaker. Live with love, live with wisdom, and leave with peace.